Navigating the new digital divide is a unique property that Deloitte has recently come out with. This is one of our first attempt to really understand the influence of digital media on in-store shopping behavior. While a lot of reports and a lot of literature focuses on how digital and e-commerce is impacting the consumers in India, I think that this report is unique in the sense that it focuses on the impact on in-store retailers. What Deloitte did was a survey of 2,000 Indian consumers spread across urban, tier 1 and tier 2 cities to really understand how digital is impacting their entire shopping journey. We covered a lot of consumers to understand not only how digital impacts before they go into the store, but how also digital is impacting them while they are in the store and post purchase behavior as well. And it's a unique attempt to really kind of understand how retail could actually get impacted by the amount of digital influence that consumer is going through. The report has come out with a lot of good findings, a lot of unique findings, and one of the key ones being the impact of digital influence on overall retail sales in India. As per the report, close to 60,000 crores of in-store retail sales is influenced by digital. And when I say 60,000 crores, which actually translates to 21% of total organized retail sales in India, and the 60,000 crore number is at least 2 to 3 times of what e-commerce sales in India is. The other key findings that we kind of came across was a lot of people believe that digital is typically for young consumer. But when we went through the findings of this report, we really find out that irrespective of the age group, the influence of digital across age group is very similar. There isn't too much of difference between a young consumer and a middle-aged consumer as far as digital influence is concerned. Thirdly, in terms of the categories, what we did observe was that while most intuitive categories like electronics, apparel were most digitally influenced, we also saw a lot of impact in terms of categories like food and beverage, categories like baby products, and other categories like home furnishing and furniture, which is also actually creating a lot of digital influence amongst the consumer. Two more key findings which we had during the part of the research was that as a part of the digital journey, consumer actually prefer to interact with digital devices while doing shopping in stores as well, which means the 3/4 of the consumers actually prefer to interact with digital devices than interacting with the store associates while shopping in stores. And also in terms of their current expectation from retailers, a lot of consumers did feel that the retailers actually need to up their ante in terms of their digital presence to make it more seamless experience of online as well as offline for them. From our finding perspective, this is the retailers should kind of take notice of the amount of digital influence that the consumers are having from a point of their buying behavior is concerned. What the retailers need to understand is that the customer walking into their store is significantly aware of the products, pricing and services that the retailer and their competitors are offering. So from a transactional environment where the consumer earlier used to walk in and check about the product pricing, the consumer is already aware. So the role of the sales associates actually need to change from a transactional environment to a more of an environment where the sales associate would actually need to assist the customer in buying. I think the other key implication which the report actually came out with, that the retailers see that the customers actually see retailer as one entity, whether it be online or offline, which means that the retailer need to have a meaningful online presence which would be coherent with what they are present on an offline case to make sure that the customer actually gets one experience, which is of significant impact, because when we look at a lot of retailers at where they are at this point of time, we see a lot of gap between the way they are present in the digital world and the way they are present currently. So I think retailers also need to take into the fact that the customer journey starts much before they enter into the store, and hence the offering they have on the digital platform or the mobile platform should actually be coherent with what they are offering in the stores. Uh, I think overall, from a transformational standpoint, yes, there is a lot of need in terms of people transformation as the digitally aware consumer start interacting with your organization. There's a transformation from a side of IT, supply chain, and the entire logistics network is concerned. But that's what we see as a more long-term omni-channel play. But at an immediate standpoint, I think the key implication is that one from a interaction standpoint and two from a digital presence standpoint, the retailers actually need to increase their presence significantly.